let's look at a couple of examples, additional examples that I believe are especially valuable now in the hybrid reality. So yes, office utilization ratios. We are all curious how to actually, design this setup. When should people be coming? How can we influence it? Does it make sense? So of course, we already started talking to people, listening to people, and we see what's their perception of hybrid model fit. Yeah, so do they have enough flexibility, autonomy, accountability? Then is the work tech ecosystem conducive to the ways of working and so forth. Yeah. Then another one is collaboration apps utilization. Many companies had to invest in productivity and collaboration apps. So we are checking, okay, are they being used? Are they really user friendly? Is it what our people are looking at? And at the same time, we ask them about feedback. Yeah? So it's also perception of the usage, but also perception of belonging. Do these apps actually cause, or are they conducive to me feeling that I belong to that organization? Or do I still feel, maybe I can go anywhere, yeah, because I don't feel loyal to the organization. They don't increase my sense of belonging and identity with the organization. All right, and let's take number 3. So of course, it's all about us paying attention to well-being and really making sure we also look at sick leave days as we did before. But now they keep increasing, yeah, for obvious reasons. And also we look at perks and benefits usage. Of course, we most of the companies changed the portfolio of perks and benefits available. So they also keep analyzing how that works. And of course, want to listen to their people. So it's all about like checking the perception of the mental information, cognitive and emotional overload, of course, because this is why people also get sick. Of course, that we have another widespread phenomenon now. Of course, it's change fatigue. It's a compassion fatigue, because we see so many people suffering and sick. So this is something we're checking through active employee listening. Next to physical and mental well-being, benefit mix satisfaction. And again, look at how it can be complemented by selected passive listening data on collaboration habits. So if you think of office utilization ratio, it's really a very interesting element, and many of you ask about more questions about it. What we should do as organizations, we should actually really design this comeback to offices based on our analysis of people collaboration habits. Right? So when do our teams tend to have, like the team collaboration or team bonding routines? This would be ideal to actually encourage them to come to an office and do it live, yeah, face to face, whenever possible, of course. Yeah. When do they need or tend to need time for deep work? Let's not destroy that. Let's not drag them to offices on days when they tend to actually work in a deep fashion, and they really need this deep focus. Yeah, so this is, of course, someone asked a very valid question at some point. What if most team routines are planned on Mondays because this is how organization mandated it, or this is how it's been here for ages? Valid question, but then at least the data shows us it's the case, and we can do something about it in a clever way, especially if what is also important, and Anita, you are a great fan of this analysis, we also see that the certain team collaborates a lot with 2 other teams. So we look at this network, yeah, and see, okay, so why don't we have these 3 teams that anyway collaborate closely? Let's encourage them that they have their team routines on the same day, and they come to, let's say, they have, let's say, Wednesday planning sessions instead of Monday planning sessions. Just an example. I'm not sure, maybe Anita, you would like to add something here. I know you're a fan,
yes.
but also that you'll be talking about it later on, right?
Yes, if I'm about to add something, when you see your top 3 collaborators, it is not necessarily always the case. Those are the teams you should collaborate with. So, because sometimes some processes or collaboration habits are not working, or we are just used to some types of collaboration. But looking at this list, you can also have the insights how, if the teams you should collaborate with in terms of business impact are on the top of the list, or maybe are on the bottom of it, and you can make a smart, clever decisions based on that. For example, come to the office the same day.
Yeah, but of course we also get zoom in on it, time permitting later on. So yeah, let's move on. And let's look at collaboration apps utilization. It can be further complemented by the so-called, and again, the term is difficult, but I'll explain what this means. It's about job embeddedness and quality of lifting interactions. So, you know, people really want to belong, be a part of the systems, understand their role and see that it makes sense. Yeah. So they then feel that they belong, right, in a proper way. And of course, we can cross-analyze with, again, with what we mentioned before, network size and diversity, yes, and then intra-team and cross-team interactions simply. Yeah. So that's also a very nice validation of the subjective active listening data. All right, and then the last one, as you can see, sick leave days, perks and benefits, usage analysis. Again, we can look at the collaboration overload, right? Time spent on meetings, that's what the biggest challenge we know in companies, versus time spent on deep work, or as already mentioned before, regular team routines where really people feel they are supported. Yes, they are informed, but they are not overloaded. Yeah, so just a couple of examples to show you. Of course, we have over 100 metrics, but we wanted to focus on those that we know we are kind of common for all of us, right?